Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Strong Bag's super cool game for attractive people or whatever it's called. So, we've got this mini game that is, I think, going to be basically the last thing we need to do. And I've just got to win here. And I have zero desire to play it legitimately, so straight to the walkthrough I'm going. And we'll just see what the solution is. Much like the puzzle right before here, in which you would have just had to randomly try different inputs to an email template, this is just going to be a lot of replacement attempts. Just a lot of trial by error, failing and trying again. Scalding Lake. This guy, the Bleak House. And this one to this. Strong said we'll go to the place and Coach Z to Sting's Reach. So this is round one, that's how it's supposed to be.
Everything is hopeless. I had dreams for a great country.
He didn't go to the right place.
Smashed by a cruel dictator.
He didn't go to the right place. Alright, well. So this guy was supposed to go here. This guy is supposed to go here. This one, it was supposed to go to Rotten, England, and it can't. Possibly. This guy to Poopslovakia, I can't move him now. This one here. And let's see what happens this time. Everything is already just like not working right. Yeah, he was supposed to go to the stick according to this walkthrough. Thank you, walkthrough. You've proven yourself completely useless, or the game has done something different.
We're all pawns, really, in a tragic game of death to be repeated over and over again throughout history.
Okay, I'm reading now that the walkthrough is just a sample game, and it's not potentially going to be this way. Fine. If that's how it's going to be, and I just have to figure it out, that's not terrible. I kind of knew what was going to happen anyways. We're moving things forward so that we can create walls.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
We're all pawns, really, in a tragic game of death to be repeated over and over again throughout history.
So I'm a little confused as to how all this is going to work. Let's see. And this is the last thing to... So I guess I just need to keep the king in this Poopsville fog of war. move this one up, move this one up, and move this one up, and then in the turn.
Lost sight of the perpetrator.
Homestar Runner! Versus!
Will Homestar Runner perhaps be beaten by Coach Z?
Fair enough. I'll go.
No.
Homestar Runner wins!
Nope, not at one bit. Now I think I need the cheat specifically to be in the up here. So that's not, let's see, this one and then this one. And I think I need the king back in the castle, not just any of these other characters. All of these puzzles that we've seen up to this point are kind of in the same problematic point where it's just like try again, keep on trying. You're gonna fail. Maybe on your 20th try, maybe on your 30th try. If you just try everything, you'll get it done.
Take that.
All right, I'm leaving already.
Homestar Runner wins! Strongman versus Monster!
Here comes the yogurt patrol.
Do not enter.
Oh.
Strongman wins!
So strong. Let's see. What can I do other than just continue hiding? Let's move towards the castle. I suppose that's a fine way to do it. We'll see if maybe that
Lost
does
sight
win
of the
it.
perpetrator.
So if this guy goes to the town, do we win? No. Let's move forward here. And then move forward here. And then move forward here. And then just end the turn.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
So I gotta have something win against Strong Sad.
Doesn't it depress you to know you're doomed to failure? No thanks, officer. I've got one big round one. What does that even mean? I'm the long way back from nap time. I don't understand you.
So maybe that is the solution. Maybe I can get back into the fog of war here if I continue to move this way. And let's just keep this one in the draw too.
Versus
That's it! I forgive you! Let's not fight anymore!
Draw!
So let's see what happens here.
I've got the uptown in my sights!
Go here. Go here. And we can move over here, I guess, and try and drag them. And then I'm just hoping that these guys can't move on the draws. Otherwise they're going to attack
I'm on
the...
recon, Chief. We'll find those rebels.
They are draws, alright. So they can't move. That makes it a lot easier. Of course, Coach Z doesn't balance out with this guy. And I don't think the Poopsmith balances out with that guy either.
Lost sight of the perpetrator.
So I'm just trying to desperately get here. I guess I'll move the Poopsmith downward, and then move the king upward. For a second there I thought that might be a game over since he's taken over strong Badia, but I guess not.
Lost sight of the perpetrator.
So 13 rounds, we do it.
The king of town wins!
Aha! Caught you red-handed, you imitation butter substitute king!
Oh no! The king of town comes to take back his refrigerated throne!
That's right! I got lots of slurping, smacking, and near gagging to do. Step aside and I'll let you live.
Oh, I don't know. This is a pretty sweet, dank castle.
Oh, come on! I came all this way.
Well, I couldn't give up all this, especially that awesome email tax bringing me so much money.
Ha! I'm taking my castle back and repealing that stupid tax.
Okay, I guess I'll just have to go back home and play video games with pajamaed up co-eds. Wonder if my new limousine game got delivered yet.
I sure showed him a thing or... Oh, crap.
There's extended play unlocked, and we're done with the game. So, a slightly better credit sequence here.
Come on, everybody now, can't you hear the wind blow?
But we didn't get a cool intro like we did in the first episode.
Can you cut me a deal? A crate of wholesale liberty or a justice combo meal? So gather round, short children, listen to what I sing. Remember those who went to war, all for creamy dings. Come on, everybody now, can't you hear the wind blow? We don't like the king of town, make the people's heads explode.
My head.
Come on, everybody now, can't you?
Yeah, and I'm just sitting here reading the walkthrough, and not saying. Let's kind of wrap up this.
What's a king gotta do to get some chili mac up in here?
I think the real problem here is... What's this? Let's see what this is before I continue that broken up sentence.
Boo!
Tough crowd.
So that's the next episode. Completely different quest.
Put on your cheek kickers and let's kick at the chore.
I think the problem
Save load.
with the game, this episode, is it's just not as well made as the first one. Because it's not the first one, I think they just
Stupid bear. He should've
probably
known to hide
spent
his
more
food in
time
trees to avoid King of Town attacks.
on the first section, and then they were a little bit less inclined to spend as much time doing the rest of the episodes. Of course, I haven't played but the second episode, but there were some really bad puzzles in here, and it's not point and click adventure puzzles at all that were the difficult part. It was the fact that there were the mini games that were the difficult part. And frankly, it's just such a really small amount of things to do here. Let's look at this. There was several flags, several collectibles, one thing to set on fire, 6 strong sad names to say, do the algebra high score, algebros, the teens girl squad score, the maps and minion best game. So let's look at what that was all about. Maps and minions, it says you needed to do it in less than 10 turns. Let's see. Algebros, it says reach 2,000 points. Cave Girl Squad, it's, let's see, I'm missing half the things, but you need all 4 cards. Use the egg on the ugly one, the chisel on what's her face. The scene will change. Use the stone tablet on what's her face. Use ribbon on the cheerleader. Now you're in ancient Egypt. Use the wheel on so and so to watch her fly off and die. As well, halfway there, use the dog on the cheerleader to watch a noob kill her off. Next, use the AK on the ugly one. Use her egg. Her egg will hatch, but what had to happen to the dinosaur? The scene will change all 4 girls in the museum with dinosaur heads. Use the Darwin fish on any girl, and you'll have attained a perfect 6,000 points. So, like, not interested in doing that. We have awesomeness levels. Obtain all 7 outfits. Call strong sad 13 names. Find all 4 teen girl squad cards. Find all 4 algebra manual pages, which I don't believe we have done. Let's see. Oh yes, we have actually done that one. Obtain all 8 country flags. Beat the maps and minigame in 10 and less. Obtain a high score of 2,000 on algebros. Obtain a high score of 6,000 on Teen Girl Squad. Let's see, the outfits you could have gotten were eye patch, camo, pants, strong Badia shirt, king's beard, crown, electric boots, beret, crossbones. And then setting things on fire was the smoke detector, strong bad's bed, strong sad's flag, strong sad's bill of rights, strong sad's Constitution, the mysterious bush, uh, the kimono, the 2 lone skulls, the pile of skulls, the unlit candle holder, and the Model UN board. So I guess I could go do that. And then there's several flags that are probably just buried with the black metal detector, and I have no interest in running around and finding that either. It's weird. It's very, very strange trying to cover this game for me because I just am not into it. I totally am not into it. If I was working for anybody besides myself, any kind of team, I would simply just hand this over to somebody else and say, you know what, this game's not for me. How about you cover it if I could get away with that? But since I can't do that, since I already own the game, I do want to do something here. So, there wasn't anything terribly wrong with it, but it does have that classic Telltale just kind of shortness and laziness. If they had made one game instead of 5 1/5 of a game.
Finally, this thing is flammable. I've been waiting forever to do that.
So that's everything burnt, at least. So we got that done. And there's all these people here. I guess if there was any conversations you needed to do an extended play, but we know none of this is actually going to matter or count into episode 3 because they are separate things completely. So let's just walk around all of the map and see where everything is. All this extra stuff should have probably been left on the cutting room floor. All these collectibles, all of this is not really in the mood in the vein of a true point and click adventure game. Usually there aren't extra collectibles for no reason in point and click adventures. Maybe an Easter egg that you see, but not usually anything that counts towards a score of anything. Again, we could change our outfit now and walk out, and we have more and more options. Somebody obviously spent time on this outfit setup, and it's just like, why did somebody spend time on this instead of writing better story? That's the question. Is why didn't you just write a better story instead?
Today we're making the cheat à l'orange. It's considered a delicacy in East Strong Badia.
But I don't know how
on the
they.
flip side, the cheat.
I don't know how you really improve the story either, because I could totally see people who loved Homestar, however few there actually are of those people. I could see them playing this game and just being flooded with nostalgia and thinking, yes, this is exactly what it was when I was watching it in the early 2000s, late 1990s on their website. And I don't know if they would think that that still holds up today, but also I don't know what you do with this. There's no compelling characters here. There's just a bunch of badly animated characters. And I don't know how you even do a character like Strong Bad. A super annoying, obnoxious dude bro is what I would call him. It's just... I don't know how I could follow that story and like him. And we had a lot of movies, like Revenge of the Nerds is a good one that's the opposite, that have totally villainized the college frat boy style thing, dude bro type person. I tend to connect the two. They're pretty similar. And I don't know any way you would make them be the hero. The only time they are the heroes are like in sports movies that I don't really watch that much. And even then, they're not there. We've kind of moved into more of the Rocky Balboa, I would say, style of writing people that aren't particularly smart but have a lot of heart, where this can't work that way. It's like Strong Bad can't be a dumb person with a lot of heart because his character is specifically defined as somebody who's a jerk. And so how do you do that? Like maybe House MD. I mean, there was a jerk that was also a doctor, and thus he was allowed to get away with a lot of things because he was saving people's lives. But that's really the level of extreme you have to take it on. So there's nobody there to balance out somebody being just so repulsive. And maybe a lot of this is just my own personal opinion too. Is there may be a lot of people that are cool with, would be cool with a personality like Strong Bad, but I wouldn't put up with him for more than 5 minutes. In fact, I've run into people that are not anywhere as bad as Strong Bad, but I've run into people that are somewhat like him, and inevitably I let my feelings known even when I shouldn't, that I don't like them, and then immediately try to avoid them for the rest of my life, because it's just like that's not something I want to deal with.
A giant trunk filled with the unmentionablest unmentionables unimaginable.
Now, ignoring just Strong Bad, none of the other characters are interesting either. They're not even what I would specifically want to set up for if I was going to have a rolling cast of like comedy people. It's just not, that's not who you need, I don't think. And when I think about like the Seinfeld cast of personalities and the many like secondary and third characters in the Seinfeld TV series, I don't see how any of these people would fit into any of those stereotype personalities. It just doesn't work. I mean, Seinfeld's a great example there. It's like Seinfeld is a comedian and he kind of is a jerk. At least a little bit on some occasions, but nowhere as bad as Strong Bad. So again, I just have to get down to, I just don't like this character. But this game so far, episode 2 was alright, but worse than 1 by far. And the puzzles sucked, definitely. Doing the last 2 puzzles in particular probably soured me quite a lot. The early puzzles weren't too bad. I managed to get through all the early puzzles just by walking around and figuring it out. So it seems really unfortunate that the last 2 puzzles, the barrier to actually finish the game, are just random tries with no hints. No hints came up even though I set the hints to high, and no hints in-game were there either. And it's just like, what to do there. They needed better puzzles there, or just finish it completely. I mean, it would have been better if they had just done the email puzzle and forgotten the board game puzzle, or just started the board game puzzle and forgot the email puzzle. I would have preferred the board game puzzle, because at the very least I was able to muddle through that without losing. It would have taken a lot more effort to muddle through the email thing, and that's why I just immediately went to the walkthrough. Anytime I'm going to a walkthrough for a game, that means at least on a small level, the game has failed to hold my attention and entertain me. It's like I don't immediately decide to cheat at the game. Uh, there has to be some barrier of entertainment, some waste of time, some struggle that the game has artificially added to the game and made it frustrating to me before I start going to the walkthrough. I guess I don't have much more to say, so that's episode 2. Next time we'll start with episode 3. We've got 3 more of these, and I'm going to the end. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.